Well, you got a listing you want to show us today, right?
A really nice one. Okay. This is my most expensive listing I've ever had.
Oh.
If I was to the point where I'm like, you know what, I'm not going to sell anymore and I'm going to become a manager.
Yeah.
I've probably, and no word of a lie, in the last 2-3 years, have probably had between 500 and 800 agents approach me.
Not surprised.
And
I don't.
you know, if I want to make that move, it's a different game, because now you're just becoming, you want numbers and that's all you care about.
Dude, I was with a guy.
You lose this. This is what I love.
Yeah.
This is what I do.
Look at this. He knows what he's doing. Sold. Everything's sold. Everything's sold. Welcome to another episode of Estates, Entrepreneurs, and Espressos. In this episode, we interview Mr. Mark Salerno, a globally known luxury real estate broker who is one of the smartest minds when it comes to marketing real estate. He has hundreds of thousands of views online. One of the most interesting perspectives when it comes to marketing luxury properties. For example, on a live stream he recently did for one of his properties that we're actually going to take you to in this video. We're talking about a listing over $7 million. He got literally 70 leads from doing a live stream. He has turned his cell phone into a customer generation device, and his customers know it. He's one of the very top agents in the Kleinberg, if not North American market as a whole. We get to see the inside of his office. He takes us on a ride. You get to hear a live call in this episode of him negotiating a transaction, and we obviously tour a spectacular property. This is one of my favorite episodes today. Hopefully you enjoy it. If you enjoyed this podcast, please share it out with one person that you think will find value in it. We are focused on growing the podcast in a very, very big way. Also, make sure to leave us a rating and review. We will be surprising our Prime Nation with gifts throughout the year and would love to draw your name from the hat, but let's not waste any more time. Enjoy the show.
Yeah.
And that's like London to Grand Bend, because like we have our head office.
Yes, yeah.
I call it the GLA now.
Yeah.
And we're 45 minutes tip to tip. So like we'll go to the office 3-4 days a week easily.
But that's the nice thing about it, right? Like the other place, you start going to Muskoka, it's 2 hours, 2.5 hours. It's too much.
It's a whole thing.
You have to make a plan for that. This, I don't have to make a plan.
Yeah.
I
You just grab
this
the wife
morning.
and the
I
kids.
went. I went to this morning just because I had to go check on the guys doing some work. I went up for 20 minutes and came home.
So is that kind of like a cottage country area?
Yeah, especially around the waterfront, it's definitely cottage country.
Yeah.
But over the last 10 years, it's been getting developed. So like now there's the newer style homes, that all the subdivisions and stuff like that. So, and they got everything except for, well, they got Starbucks, they got Canadian Tire. So they have
It's like
enough.
Huntsville is like in the pockets
Yeah,
where
you
it's
you got enough.
We were here, right? Because I came to your office and then I was ripping to grab a Starbucks before I came over, and then I was like, 10 minutes, I get there and it's like...
Oh, it opens up Vaughan Mills Mall, like Highway 400 is 10 minutes from here.
That's wild.
And it used to be quicker because you could go down the back streets from here, but now because they closed off the back, you got to go through Major Mac and go all the way up.
Yeah.
So it's...
Too much traffic going through the back streets and that's why they closed these?
No, they're doing a lot of construction because now they're building all new homes back here now as part of Kleinberg, right?
Yeah.
So
and
it's...
the big development, actually I just saw a sign for the development
right down
coming
literally down this hill. There's a street right here. You go down this hill and it opens up to, like, it used to be all farmland. Now they're putting up subdivisions. So
That's wild.
Yeah.
The farmers still around?
Yeah, some of them are. Some of them are. But a lot of the land is just bought up now and just sitting on it and ready when it's time, right? That's what it is.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Well, you got a listing you want to show us today, right?
A really nice one. Really, it's actually, it's funny enough, we signed it last week. This is my most expensive listing I've ever had.
Oh.
So it's nice. Yeah, we'll see it.
So in this market, what's luxury real estate like? Like when you're actually trading with clients, because obviously it's probably a big community, but it's probably small in terms of...
Yeah, especially, look, because now I'd say the 2-3 million nowadays in this area, it's expensive, but it's not what
Crazy.
2 or 3 used to be.
Yeah.
So like this house here that we're going to see was purchased in 2015 for 3.5.
Wow.
And at the time, that's when like $1 million was $1 million at that time, right? Now entry level into the area is like $1 million for a townhouse.
That makes sense.
So this is going to be listed somewhere in the mid 7s.
It's super interesting because I think of our market, our entry level townhouse is like 650 to 8.
Okay.
Our $1 million price point is your kind of starter home. You go to Kilworth Heights or that area, and then you get to your nice homes around like $1.5 million-ish.
Okay, yeah.
And then your luxury, I would say, is 2. And then what I call ultra luxury is probably 3 to 5. So like your ultra luxury is probably like 4 to 6, right?
For sure.
It's funny how you just come down the highway a little bit and it's that different.
It's pretty interesting. Kleinberg notoriously, so Vaughan is broken down into Woodbridge, Maple, and Kleinberg.
Okay.
That's predominantly Vaughan. You have a little bit of the outskirts. Thornhill is part of it too, especially for MLS terms.
Sure.
But Kleinburg, I would say, is kind of at the top level of it.
Okay.
And then Woodbridge is just kind of just underneath, and areas in Woodbridge have been really catching up recently.
Yeah.
But people that want to be in Kleinburg used to be just this village, this strip to right to Islington. So it's a very small window of what it would be. Now, because of all the new development, it's expanded out past Highway 27, which we're going to see where we go now.
Yeah.
There's subdivisions where we start building townhouses. Nothing used, all detached homes before. So now there's that about 5 minutes from that area.
More density.
It's expanded. So now it's like borderline to Brampton, Kleinburg. Before it all used to be farmland.
And in Kleinburg, do they still have the mentality of like old Kleinburg versus new Kleinburg?
Well, when you talk to people, a lot of people, especially the village people, it's like Kleinburg's really the village.
Yeah.
And then, there's the outskirts of it. But again, there's some real nice,
beautiful.
Just off of 27, there's the Boulevard, which has a lot of high-end homes. That area is now about 15 years old.
Wow.
Some of the houses are still being built in that area because they were all estate lots.
I drove by it actually. So I looked up on the hill. First I saw a tractor and I felt like I was at home because we're surrounded by farmland. Yeah. And I saw these massive lots, triple car garages, really nice elevations on the houses.
Yeah, the nice thing about Kleinburg is you'll find a lot of estate homes. So like the half acre to acre lots. Yeah. So there's so many different pockets, especially when you go off of 27, that, we're talking, there's houses probably that are 15, 20 million. Wow. They're not for sale.
They don't trade, right?
They don't. These are end users who go in and just go buck wild, right? But I would say probably top end house in Kleinburg is in the 15-ish range. I would say somewhere in that range.
And what's the age range of a $15 million house? Is it new construction?
No,
or is
all
these
have to be brand new.
Yeah, square footage size roughly.
There's some that are up to 20,000.
Yeah. Wow.
Total with basement.
Yeah.
Right. Like this one today is going to be 11,000 with the basement.
I'm fired up.
1.8 acre lot.
Yeah.
It was renovated in 20. It was built in 2007. Renovated in 19.
Maybe I should keep that property I just showed you. I'm like 2 acre lot. I know the square footage.
Yeah.
If I wait long enough, it'll come down the highway.
On that waterfront
right?
like that is that's special. That's special. That water looks incredible. You said spring fed?
So it's a man-made spring-fed lake.
Nice.
It's called Wee Lakes, private subdivision. There's only 36 homes on it. Backs onto the Asabo. Grand Bend's interesting too because you have like the strip, which used to be affectionately known as the jungle, because that's where all the kids would have prom parties and chaos. But that's really changed. A lot of infill and development there, so you'll have people that buy the cottages for 6 to 8, and then build places that are worth $2 million, and doing a lot of development that way. But then you go to Old Grand Bend, you have 3 major subdivisions. One of them is South Cots. They have Beach of Pines, which is the bougie one that is an L shape right on the beach. All the primo kind of hockey players, that's where they go. And then there's Huron Woods and the Pinery. That property is in a subdivision kind of fronting on the front section of it. So a lot of people don't even know it's there.
Really?
And the lake is equalized 0.1%. So like kids can swim in that.
It's virtually nothing. Yeah, you could drink that water essentially.
You can, right? And the people that live there, they're like Wee Lakes for life. They have their street parties. Like it's an old school community.
I have to come and check it out. It's something ever since we met, honestly.
The live that we were talking about.
When I say we met, online, I see when you post, I'm like, oh my God, it's amazing.
I got a couple bangers right now that I think you'd like. So in the springtime, once we get through the cycle and you get some sunshine, we'll get there.
I would love that.
Let's go see an 11,000 square foot house.
Let's go check it out.
You know what though? So the last 2 years, to give you an idea, like we were growing very quickly, and last year I made a concerted effort. Like we were about to pop 30 people on my team, and I'm like, I actually don't want that. But here's the difference, right? Is we do residential, commercial, investing, farms, and like each division has like 4 or 5 people. Right? So totally manageable. Yeah. And we're 28 now. I'd rather be 20 with more admin doing higher quality work on the content side. So you say scale back a little bit.
Well, I'm saying scale back in sense of I'm just talking strictly online. Socials.
Yeah.
From the sense of look, I only got 14 members.
Sure.
So I've kept it super tight knit.
It's way better.
Way better. Like I'll be honest, if I was to the point where I'm like, I'm not going to sell anymore and I'm going to become a manager. Yeah. I've probably, and no word of a lie, in the last 2-3 years, have probably had between 500 and 800 agents approach me.
Not surprised
and,
at all.
If I want to make that move, it's a different game, because now you're just becoming, you want numbers, and that's all you care about.
Dude, I was with a guy.
You lose this. This is what I love. This is what I do. Right?
Well, when you're in the coffee shop talking about the data, and you're like the lot sizes, and I asked you the square footage on purpose because I was like that your market intelligence is top shelf, and that's the fun part, is the art of the deal, right? That's what you like.
Absolutely.
in the industry as a whole, there's too many people chasing agent count, office count, right?
Yeah,
so I had a
sure.
guy that's like, how many agents do you have? And I told him, and he's like, I've got this many. And I'm like, it's not about the numbers. I said, I'd actually prefer to have less. We got some good people, and they're happy to stick around if they want to kind of fit our mold. I think it's going to go the way of the craftsman, where you have very niche down people that bring like exceptionally high value, and then the people that want to get into recruiting, go for it. That's your job. If you want to recruit and you want to manage people, you can do that. I don't know.
It's not my cup of tea right now, and I don't know if it'll ever be that. Like for us, like I always look, for me, bro, I'm a very competitive guy. I like to do well. Yeah. Just from when I was a kid. For sure. Didn't matter what I touch. And it's like, would I love to be number one in Ontario for our, the GTA or whatever? We can't. And the reason why we can't is we don't have the manpower. I haven't, the people that are doing number one numbers, like we've been sitting consistently around the top 50, 77,000 agents or whatever it is. And it's like, in order to get to that level, they have, like, these aren't teams, they're brokers. They have 100 agents.
Well,
and like to give you an idea, I think the top dog right now this year is at about 650 million. Yeah. We're just shy of 100, and that's 650. They have 100 people on staff. I have 4.
What's your net effective on the 650, right? Like, it's easy to be able to say.
You get what I'm trying to say? 100%. So it's like, and then the thing is, look, when you go to 100 people, that's 100 phone calls that you got to be babysitting for, and that's just what it becomes when you're a manager. That's your job.
You're not actually selling.
You're not selling. You're taking calls all day, right? Yeah. Yes, the boardwalk town. So we're priced pretty aggressively, to be honest with you. Like, we're priced pretty aggressively with this unit for what it is today. Nice thing about it, main floor. It's a corner unit, which is rare for a 1-bed, over 700 square feet, and it's got 10-foot ceilings. So it's got tons of windows around the unit being a corner. It really is a nice one. And, look, I'm sure you're familiar with Friday Harbor. Being on the boardwalk is nice because you're kind of, the condos are nice too, don't get me wrong. I have a 2-bed. No. Sorry about that. I just got into a bad area. But isn't it always like that? Yeah, saying that, like, look, the condos are nice. I got a 2-bedroom right now for sale there, but the boardwalk condos, they're nice. They're a nice touch. They don't have that real feel of where you walk into your unit, it feels more like a house, right? Than a condo. We're pretty good with showings. As long as you book through, we should be pretty good to get that confirmed. Truth be told, they had that unit listed before. They had turned down an offer about 4 months ago for $620. They paid from Friday Harbor. Sorry, let me get into a different spot. They paid from Friday Harbor over $700,000 with fees. So we're doing a double live here. Today is a special day. We're actually shooting podcasts. We're shooting content. I'm here with Justin. Justin, introduce yourself to the followers. We've been on a live together. We did a live podcast actually. It was a year ago, maybe.
Probably, yeah.
So
about that.
Let my followers know who you are and where you're from.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm Justin Conoco. We are based in the Greater London area, so our head office is in London, Ontario, but we do Lake Huron to Lake Erie, about Kitchener area, all the way down to Sarnia. And Mark and I have been friends for years. We've done podcasts together, always admired his work, and we came down here in person. We have a new
first time meeting in person, which is always great.
Awesome.
Hi everybody, what's going on?
So I'm actually on my Instagram live. I'm gonna jump off, let him do the major tour.
We're gonna do 2 lives. And then staying on site, so it's not engineered. 10-foot ceilings on the main. This home does come with an elevator, which I will show you in 2 seconds. And this kitchen here has an oversized center island. You have the waterfall feature. I love the 2-tone cabinetry, and this is done in a lacquer finish, as you can see here. Beautiful hood fan, top of the line appliances, of course. Wolf microwave, 8-burner Wolf stove, Sub-Zero fridge freezer combo. The backyard is a full ravine. We're on 1.8 acres on this property. So I'll give you a quick, actually, you know what? I'll show it to you from upstairs. It'll be a lot easier at that point. Cambridge elevator that goes all 3 stories. The kitchen is absolutely stunning. You do have a servery from the dining room, which I didn't show you. LED lights built in, sink, 2 Marvel bar fridges. Main floor also comes with a beautiful office, which the lights are not on in, but don't worry, one touch. There we go. So all the lighting in here. Custom ceilings, as you can see. Beautiful floor-to-ceiling windows that match your living and dining room. You have an open concept kind of floor plan here with the staircase, open risers, big floor-to-ceiling windows. Let's go make our way upstairs. Nice little night lights built in. Let's go to the second floor. So it's 4 bedrooms upstairs, but this home actually comes with 3 primary bedrooms. So This is the smallest of the rooms right here. I didn't even show you guys this one before.
Oh my gosh.
So this is the smallest of the bedrooms. This is the nursery currently. Beautiful washroom. Let me turn the lights on in here again. All of the floors in the bathrooms are all heated. So wait till I show you guys though, the second, third, and fourth. Well, this I'm gonna count that as bedroom. Why is the chandelier off? Where we go?
This room alone is probably 1.5 if it was King Street West, right?
For sure, for sure. So the elevator comes up to right here. Now, really appreciate the detail in the ceiling here. This is from the second level. You can see over down. This is the foyer, open concept, and double door entry into your primary bedroom. Very hotel finish in here. And the entire house is done the same way, which you can truly appreciate. This is in Kleinburg, Ontario. I don't know if you can see it, but do you see the size of the slabs on the floor in here? These are 10-foot slabs on the floor, okay? The women are absolutely gonna love this room. You have silk wallpaper. The touch on it is simply incredible. A total space just in the basement. Open risers, as I told you guys before. Check this out, oversized tiles, skee ball machine. I think if I sell this house, I might ask for the skee ball machine because I was playing it the other day and I knocked one of those 5,000s in the middle.
Hey Mark, say hi. Mr. Mark Salerno.
What's happening, everybody? Hope everyone's having a great day today.
Just killing the game. He's on his live right now, so let's do this thing.
It's got a good feel in here. Wouldn't you just love to open up a bottle of wine?
Perfect.
I'm sure my client wouldn't mind if we maybe open up a bottle. There's some grappa here on the left, so the full bottle room here, guys. Wine room, temperature controlled. It's absolutely spectacular. So that's not a problem. So this is nice because obviously it's a full enclosed room, okay?
But they still built the cabana on the other side.
Correct.
Yeah.
So this would be more if, you know, you want to go in there, have a cigar or whatever, still get the heat from the fireplace.
That's wild.
This pool is massive.
Yeah.
52 by 26. So it's definitely an oversized pool. You do have a hot tub built into it. Speakers obviously throughout the exterior. So when I was saying the ravine, this is conservation, never will be built behind here. And the lot probably goes another 200 feet into the forest.
Yeah.
And it's fully fenced. You don't have to worry about the animals and stuff like that. It's still nice that you still have some green space. I know it's a little more sloped, but
you have some nice like old growth trees too.
Oh yeah.
So your privacy is exceptional.
The privacy is incredible.
The staggered house is like it all bows like that. So.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, obviously this part of the season, we're in mid-November, all the leaves, most of the leaves are gone. So can you imagine those filled up, that filled up, and this, it's just...
Well, it's even if you look at the way that they set the house, the deck faces this way, and that deck faces that way, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty magnificent.
It's in good shape.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, for an 07, but again, it was extensively renovated, right? In 19.
That guy's place is spectacular.
Yeah. So this is like a French chateau next.
I was gonna say the
literally
secondary building
chateau
in the back is
wild. Yeah.
Wow.
If I had to tag that one, north of 10 for sure.
Really?
For sure.
What would this one be?
Planning to do somewhere in the 7.6, 7.7 range is the plan. That's back to the garage, so we can't go through. That one's locked. Yeah, we gotta go through this one.
So my takeaways from my time with Mark was he is an absolute craftsman at what he does. In an industry where it seems like more people are trying to become life coaches and not actually sell real estate, he shows how you can do it at an ultra high level, and I'm taking that craftsmanship back to my market and implementing it in many different ways. If you enjoyed the show, jump in the comments and let us know. Feel free to connect with Mark directly through his socials, and do me a favor, share this episode out with one person or tag me and Mark into it on the socials so we can follow you as well. Thanks for joining us on another episode of Estates, Entrepreneurs, and Expressos. We have a bunch more fun episodes and guests that will blow your mind, and this was a production by Prime People.